Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the REM Report with your sports betting markets report for a Wednesday. It is May 10th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Follow the top baseball pickers each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, let's take a look at our top scorers, and yours truly, Ron Raymond, is at 745 points. You got Hawkeyes, Ken Driver at 598, and Art55, Arthur Kent, is at 509. And folks, the best thing about bullpenpicks.com, every one of our players' picks are free to watch and free to follow. And if you go to bullpenpicks.com and you go to most followed or even the top score, on below the link of the score, you're going to see follow my picks. And then once you want to follow somebody, go to the page of following right here where the link is, and then the person you're following, as soon as they make their selections, you can compare your picks with their selections. It's a great site if you love baseball, and it's at bullpenpicks.com. All right, before we get to your top 5 sports betting market picks for today, let's take a look at the markets here for Major League Baseball for May 10th. And you can see on the 7-day average, we are still in a neutral cycle. The underdogs winning 53% of the games in Major League Baseball over the last 7 days, which is phenomenal when you think about it, because normally this is in the 60% range. In fact, year to date, favorites have won 57.8% of the games, underdogs 42.2%. And if you want to compare that ratio to, like, say, the NHL or the NBA, you can see 61.3% for favorites in the NHL. And if you go to the NBA, the favorites are winning 65.1%. So take advantage of the underdog betting right now, because we're going to get back to the 60% range in about a week. And we are now in a neutral market. And it's just like the stock market. And this is why you're watching the REM Report, the sports betting market report. What goes up must come down. Favorites can't win forever. They can't lose forever. And this is why you watch the REM Report. All right, let's take a look at the sports betting markets today. And if you are a member of ATSstats.com, what you want to do to get the top 25 sports betting market reports, what you do is go to your dashboard up here. Once you get to your dashboard, you're going to look for Ron's favorites, and then you're going to click on top 25 options, and that's where you're going to locate the top 25 sports betting market options today for May 10th. Coming in at number 5 is the Cleveland Guardians, who are minus 115 favorite today against the Detroit Tigers. Now, looking at the starting pitcher for Cleveland, you got Peyton Battenfield, who's 0-3 on the season with a 4.07 ERA, and he's up against Eduardo Rodriguez, the lefty, for the Tigers, who's 3-2, but has got a really small ERA of 1.81 on the season. So, not a bad record for a team that's not really doing too well this year in Detroit, but Eduardo Rodriguez is doing well at 3-2 with a 1.1 ERA. All right, let's take a look at the Guardians. They're your number 5 option right now. They're in a neutral cycle, so that means they're either 3-4, 4-3 in their last 7 games. They've been neutral for 3 days. When you see the number between the parentheses right here, that means the number of days that team has been in that cycle. Strength of schedule, the last 7 games for the Cleveland Guardians at 53%. And when they're playing those C-type teams with a losing record of 49.9% or lower, well, they're not bad. They're at 55% win percentage against the C-type teams. They're on a 1-game win streak. They are 17-19 on the season, 7-10 at home this year. And today on the Daily Market Value Index, I had them at plus 110, so a little bit overvalued today at minus 115. But when you think about it, it's practically a pick-and price. So that's because you got Rodriguez going for the Tigers. And the chances of winning this game straight up, it's a coin flip at 49.6. Baltimore Orioles, coming off a big win yesterday against the Tampa Bay Rays, are your number 4 sports betting option today. They're up against the Rays again in game number 2 of the series. They've been neutral 4 days, and you can see they have a 69 strength of schedule in their last 7 games. Now, in fact, I want to make sure, every time I do these shows, I want to make sure I'm really clear with the facts. I want to see, I think it might be the 3rd game of the series. So I'm just going to double check, a little fact checking here while we're live on air. I believe it is might be the 3rd game of the series, so let's just wait for this page to load up. So last night, it was a 4-2 win for the Baltimore Orioles. And I believe, yeah, that's right. It was 3-0 game number 1, 4-2 in game number 2. And today is the 3rd game of the series at Camden Yards. First pitch tonight or this afternoon, maybe at Camden. No, it's tonight at Camden Yards. 6:35 Eastern is the first pitch. And again, 104. So you see Baltimore, the underdog in this one. And going for the Rays today, you got Yanni Chirinos up against Dean Kremer. And let's go to inside the numbers of both these pitchers here today. Yanni Chirinos, 1-0 in the season, a 1.86 ERA, where Dean Kremer is 3-1 with a 5.8 ERA. Now, looking at the strength of schedule for Baltimore, yeah, they've been playing some really tough teams. In fact, 69% strength of schedule last 7 games. And against those A-type teams, they're only winning 36% of those games. So big win last night. We'll see if they can match that performance from last night, beating Tampa Bay. And for the Orioles, their last 3 games have gone under the total. And what's interesting with the Baltimore Orioles, look at this, against the C-type teams, they've won 80% of those games. They are 23-13 on the season, 10-5 at Camden Yards. And I had them at 125 on the daily market value index. And their chances of winning, which is over 40%, if you do like the dog, which I do, 45.7% for Baltimore. Your number 3 sports betting option today is Golden State Warriors against the Lakers. They're a 7.5 point favorite here tonight. I had them listed at minus 6.8 on my daily market value index. 225.5 is the total. They're facing the Lakers, a B-type team. Probably one of the best teams the last couple of months in the association. Neutral 4 days for Golden State, and their strength of schedule 59%. Well, obviously, since you're in the playoffs, all these teams are going to have a good winning percentage. And against those B-type teams, they're only winning 43%. Now, when you look at Golden State against the A-type teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, they win 37% of their games. Against the B-type teams, 50 to 59.9, only winning 43% of those games. But it's the beatables that really got them into the spot. Anytime they play those C-type teams, they win 70% of the games. They've lost their last 2 against the point spread. They are 36-10 at home, 13-34 on the road. And tonight we do have them listed at minus 6.8. And we're giving the Warriors, wow, an 87.5% chance of winning. And that's based on past performances here in the Rain Report. Your number 2 sports betting option is the New York Knicks. They're minus 3.5 favorite against Miami, a B-type team. They've been neutral 4 days now. And strength of schedule's at 61. Against those B-type teams, they got a winning percentage of 54%. However, the New York Knicks are on a 4 ATS losing streak. They are 26-19 at home, 26-20 on the road. Minus 4.1 is our line here today, so fair market value if you do like the New York Knicks at home tonight. And again, at home, they are 26-19 straight up. And we are going to give the New York Knicks a 76.6% chance of winning on the chance of winning performance here at the Rain Report. All right, your number 1 sports betting option here tonight, and you might need the Pepto-Bismol because the Toronto Maple Leafs facing elimination. Minus 120 is the line, 6.5 is the total against the Florida Panthers, a B-type team. Toronto's been neutral 8 days. 61% is the strength of schedule against those B-type teams. That's probably the best ratio for them to face tonight. Maybe not against elimination, but 65% chance of winning against those B-type teams. The last 5 games for the Toronto Maple Leafs have gone under the total. And when you look at these two teams with all that firepower, I know the over is where the consensus is with the general public. So be very careful when you're betting totals, especially in the playoffs. It's like apples and oranges, right? For the Toronto Maple Leafs on the road this year, 26-19. Minus 139 was our line, so you're getting a little bit of a discount here on the Maple Leafs. And we're going to give them a 58.3% chance of winning. And we'll see how they pan out tonight. But the one thing when you face elimination, it can go either way, right? It's either a clean sweep or momentum gets into the power play of the Leafs, or there's always that one time, that one period in the game where the team gets that little bit of momentum. It's how they use that momentum that really is going to affect the way they're going to face elimination, or they carry on to a game number 5 in Toronto. All right, there you have it. That is your top 5 sports betting markets. You can get this each and every day right here at atsstats.com. Don't forget, if you're interested in my baseball picks, you can get them right here at bullpenpicks.com. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is sign up and join. Once you join, go to top scores, look for Ron Raymond, click on follow my picks, then go to your following link right here, and you will see my selections here posted shortly right here at bullpenpicks.com. And if you enjoyed the video, really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and join us each and every day on our Ron Raymond Sports Betting Podcast, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we are live at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on our YouTube channel. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.